I will collect every facet of the truth.
I think if you dedicate yourself to anything, one facet of that is that it makes you very, very self-conscious.
We have studied every facet of your missions and strategies.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Talkword. We're the show where we dig into the stories behind the English words you probably use all the time without even thinking about it. Let's jump right in. So let me start by asking you something. Do words have more than one face? I mean, think about it, right? A person isn't just one thing. A building has different sides you can look at. And it's the exact same with words. A single word can have all these different layers of meaning. And that brings us perfectly to our word for today, which really captures this whole idea, Facet. It is such a great example of how a word can start as a really concrete physical thing and then grow into something way more abstract. Okay, so to really understand Facet, we have to do a little time traveling. Like a ton of English words, its story starts over in France with a meaning that was actually super charming and, you'll see, surprisingly literal. So get this. The word facet comes directly from the Old French word facette, which literally means little face. Isn't that a great mental picture? Just kind of tuck that idea of a little face away in your mind because it's going to be important. The journey into English was pretty simple, really. The Old French facette got picked up by English speakers, became facet, and it held on to that original idea of being a small, flat surface, kind of like one of many little faces on an object. So how did we get from little face to the word's most common literal meaning? Well, where can you find lots of tiny, flat surfaces all packed together designed to catch your eye? On a gemstone, of course. So the number one physical definition of a facet is one of those little flat surfaces that are cut onto a gemstone. Each facet, each one of those little faces, is angled just perfectly to catch the light and bounce it back. That is literally what gives a diamond all of its sparkle and brilliance. Okay, but here's where the story gets really, really interesting. The word facet made this huge jump from the physical world of gems to the abstract world of ideas. You know, this happens all the time with language. We grab a physical concept and turn it into a metaphor for something we can't see or touch. And that's exactly how we started using facet figuratively. This comparison just nails the shift, doesn't it? Just like a gemstone has all these different facets that make up its total beauty, a complex topic or even a person has all these different facets or sides. The main idea is exactly the same. A facet is just one part of a bigger, more complex whole. All right, the history is cool and all, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. I mean, understanding it is one thing, but using it confidently, that's the real goal. So let's check out a few examples. Here, facets is used to talk about someone's personality, and it suggests they're really deep and complex. It's just a much more sophisticated way to say someone has different sides. Now, you'll hear this one a lot in a professional setting. When someone says this, it means you have to look at every single angle of an issue. The money side, the people side, the logistics, all the different facets. And in this example, facets helps us break down a huge topic. You know, ancient Egyptian culture isn't just one thing, right? It's made up of art and religion and government. The word helps us talk about all those individual parts that create the whole picture. So there we have it, the journey of facet. All the way from a little face on a gem to a word we use to talk about complex ideas. Let's just wrap it up with the main takeaway. This is really the heart of it. Whether you're talking about the actual sparkle of a diamond or the different angles of a problem, a facet is always one beautiful, crucial piece of something much bigger. I really hope you enjoyed digging into the story of Facet. But it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What about all the other words you use every single day? What are their stories? Well, if you had fun with this and you want to keep exploring, you should definitely check out our companion app, Talkword. You can get short, clear explainers just like this one for pretty much any English word you can think of. It's a really great way to build your vocabulary. Thanks so much for joining me today.